Brandon Blackstock is gone, and the silence left behind feels louder than words can capture. Before we dive into this heartbreaking story, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss another powerful life update. Brandon wasn't just a name behind the scenes. He was a father, a husband, a son, and a respected figure in the music industry who carried his battles with strength and kept most of it away from the spotlight until now. On August 7th, his representative confirmed what many had feared but hoped wouldn't come. Brandon Blackstock had passed away following a 3-year battle with cancer. The news came in a quiet but firm statement to NBC News, revealing that Brandon had died peacefully, surrounded by those who loved him most. This story isn't about a headline. It's about a man who faced his final years with courage, while balancing the heavy load of personal struggle and fatherhood. His journey took place behind closed doors, far from flashing cameras or loud media chatter. For more than 3 years, Brandon fought a disease that steals time and strength, yet somehow, he kept that fight hidden from the world until the very end. His rep emphasized that the family was at his side and that he was at peace, which for any loved one left behind is all they can hope for when goodbye comes too soon. The news broke just a day after Clarkson made a personal and rare announcement of her own. On August 6th, the Grammy-winning singer took to Instagram to share a post that, in hindsight, sounded like a prelude to something heavier. She told fans she would be postponing her remaining August studio dates in Las Vegas. The reason, she wrote, was rooted in something deeply personal. Without going into too much detail, she said that the father of her children had been ill and that she needed to be present for her kids. Those words now echo with a clarity that wasn't understood at the time. Kelly and Brandon were married for nearly a decade. Their relationship was once one of Hollywood's brightest unions, producing 2 children, River Rose, now 11, and Remington Alexander, 8. Though their marriage ended in divorce in 2022, their bond as parents never broke. Brandon continued to be a constant presence in the lives of his children, and Kelly never wavered in her dedication to ensuring they were supported and surrounded by love, no matter what. That commitment is what led her to pause her career to be with them now. Behind the fame and awards and stages was a family that, like any other, was just trying to stay together through something most people can barely imagine. Cancer isn't something that takes its time or shows mercy, and when you're a public figure, navigating that private storm becomes even more difficult. Yet somehow, Brandon kept the world out of his personal pain and chose to fight quietly. The entertainment world may have known Brandon as the son of Narvel Blackstock and the former stepson of Reba McEntire, but those who truly knew him understood that he carved his own space in the business as a talent manager. He wasn't just part of a famous family. He built relationships, managed careers, and earned respect through hard work. He helped guide artists, including Kelly herself at one point, and remained someone people in the music world could trust and rely on. Even through the legal battles and headlines that surfaced during and after his divorce, Brandon never stepped into the spotlight. He didn't issue statements or chase narratives. He let the moments unfold, quietly standing behind the scenes, whether in triumph or difficulty. And maybe that's what defined him most, the ability to handle both fame and conflict with a quiet strength. The final months of Brandon's life must have been some of the hardest. When cancer reaches that point where time becomes a countdown, every day becomes about holding on to what matters most. For Brandon, that was clearly his family. The statement that he passed peacefully surrounded by loved ones suggests that his final chapter was written not in pain, but in the presence of the people who mattered most to him. What happens now is something deeply personal for those he left behind. His children are still young and will grow up with memories of a father who loved them dearly, even if those memories will now have to live through stories, photos, and the moments he shared with them during his strongest and weakest days. Kelly Clarkson, known for her strength and authenticity, now faces a new kind of challenge, guiding 2 children through grief, while managing her own. There's a reason Kelly asked for privacy. Because some pain is too sacred to be shared. The world may want answers, timelines, or even closure, but grief doesn't follow a script. The truth is, no matter how famous you are, loss levels everything. And right now, all that matters is the healing of 2 young hearts and the mother who now holds their world together. For Brandon's family and loved ones, the coming days will be about remembrance and reflection. A father, a son, a former husband, a friend, he was all of these things and more. His life touched many, and now, his passing leaves a space that no public tribute can ever truly fill. But through the silence left behind, the love remains. That's the kind of legacy that lives beyond the spotlight. As the news continues to settle in, fans and friends are beginning to pay tribute. Quiet posts on social media, shared photos, old interviews, and heartfelt messages are appearing online, painting the picture of a man who was deeply loved by those who knew him best. It's clear that while his story might have ended far too soon, the impact he had on the people around him will echo for years to come, and while the public watches from afar, those closest to Brandon are stepping into a reality that doesn't include him anymore. It's a transition no one is ever ready for, but one that will be navigated with the strength he showed every day he fought. The story of Brandon Blackstock is not just about how he died, it's about how he lived, loved, and left a lasting impression on everyone he touched. If this story moved you, take a second to click that subscribe button. There's more to every headline than meets the eye, and we'll be here to bring you the full story, every time.